Today's episode of Any Schmuck Can Cook is brought to you by Orlando Home Squad. We will be making chicken Divan, the most beautiful dinner in the world. Almost. Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. Good morning, and welcome to a brand new episode of Any Schmuck Can Cook. Today, we are making chicken Divan while continuing our partnership with Orlando Home Squad. Do me a favor. Go like all their posts and follow them by clicking here. Orlando Home Squad is an amazing set of realtors who are showcasing all the cool things to do here in Orlando. They are huge supporters of my small business and dear friends. I'm going to be on their podcast very soon as their first guest, but that's a secret. If you want to support me just like they have, well, watch this. At Equity Ben's Joke of the Day. That's right, we still have 2 dates that need sponsored for the month of March. For our Joke of the Day, direct message me to set that up. It is way less than you think. It is time to ingredient prep for our chicken Divan. Welcome to a brand new episode of Any Schmuck Can Cook. Our first 2 ingredients, a cup of milk that I got with my Sip Club from Panera, and 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise that I have gathered as packets from Panera and put in this little mason jar because this is what I'm doing to help my family save money. 25 minutes to ingredient prep. That's not so bad. I'm not exactly sure what we're doing with this chicken. It didn't say to cut it up. I might have to bring out the cutting board and get back to it. But for my show, this is pretty great. Let's get cooking. Large pan, 1 teaspoon of oil, medium heat. We're going to add the garlic for 30 seconds, which means get your $5 bills ready because Alexa set a timer for 30 seconds. Suckers. We are moving and grooving. I'm going to add all of the broccoli. And to that, 2 ingredients that were not included in the recipe. A teaspoon of water and a 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. Our broccoli is done, and we have a pan. We're going to transfer it to the pan. Oh my gosh, I think that's too much broccoli. Yeah, okay, well, I don't know what else to do. And then we're gonna move on with the chicken. We have pounded the chicken breast flat. Now we're going to paint it with some mayonnaise. And unfortunately, we are out of the seasoning from the Boathouse. I know, I go through that stuff like it's water. So what we're going to do is actually season it with salt and pepper. And then when we're done seasoning, we're going to dip it in the breadcrumbs. Oh, that was a little bit too much salt, but you get what you get. Okay, so a little messier than I like. We're going to dip it into the breadcrumbs. And then we're going to fry this up in the same pan that we just put the broccoli. I also, by the way, have picked out some of that broccoli because I think it's too much. It's that same pan with a little bit of Pam, still on medium heat. We're going to add each chicken breast to the pan for 5 minutes on each side. I'm gonna try to cook them all at the same time because this recipe is taking me forever. The chicken is finally done. It took forever. Now we're going to cut it into bite-sized pieces. It is white inside, took forever. It's been pink for 92 days. Once we're done with this, we're gonna move on to the sauce. We've got that same pan with the rest of the oil, a little bit of butter, still on medium heat. We're going to add the onion, which should be a shallot, but this is what we got, for 3 minutes. So now we are sprinkling the flour and going to cook that down while stirring for 1 minute. It is time for that at Equity Ben sizzle, adding the milk, the wine, and the broth. We're going to stir this together and cook this down. The sauce is coming off the stove. We're going to add half of our Swiss cheese into the sauce. We're going to whisk that together. Ooh, this is going to be really good. It better, because this is really hard. I don't love how hard this was. Now we've got our broccoli in our pan. Now I'm thinking maybe I ate too much of that broccoli. That was my breakfast. I was supposed to have eggs, but there was so much of this. We're gonna pour this on top. And then when that's done, oh, I actually kind of see this coming together. Okay. That's done. Now we're gonna take the chicken and we're going to place that on top. Yeah, baby, I'm kind of loving this. Okay, for a while I was really frustrated because I didn't think this was going to be good because of how long everything was taking and how bad I am at cooking still, even after all this time. Then we take the rest of the cheese and we put it on top. I forgot to add the Parmesan cheese on top, and then after you add the Parmesan cheese, you're supposed to sprinkle some more breadcrumbs, which is wild because this recipe calls for, I'm out of breadcrumbs. I got some saltines. Welcome back to the recipe that will not end. We're going to top the rest of the casserole with these saltines. I'm gonna tell you right now, if this isn't good, I'm gonna lay off of these skinny taste recipes for a day or two. Placing the casserole into the oven for 30 minutes. Come on, Chicken Divan.
Hey, I love that chicken. Chicken, hey, I love that chicken. Chicken, hey, I love that chicken.
We are done. 3 hours later. Yep, this is a 3-hour. We have a completed dish. None of that matters. It all comes down to the taste test, and we have what I believe to be a gorgeous bite of that broccoli, the cheese, the crunchy bits, that sauce. Let's go. Okay, Gina. This is it. 10 out of 10. This Chicken Divan is Chicken Divine. Thanks for watching today's episode of Any Schmuck Can Cook, brought to you by Orlando Home Squad. We still need more sponsors for content. Direct message me and help me put more crappy food on my family's table. Dum Dum Hubby tries some chicken.
Very good. I like it. 10 out of 10, delicious.
Yeah, baby! At Equity Booby takes a big bite.
I took an allergy pill. It's creamy. Lots of flavor. Chicken is warm and tender. I'll give it a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, baby! Since Grandpa is in Israel, Charlotte Rivka closes us out with a bite for herself and the floor.
I said I like it too.
Yeah, baby!